mornings, we stay interested in going to bed or wake up yawning. Go ahead and listen in. Even all day long, they still be watching on their computers and their phones. They stay locked in. It's that Bilingual Podcast, where we talking with Big Mo and Platinum Cash.
Whoa, what an evening. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight to the Bilingual Podcast show with your host, Big Mo, me, Platinum Cash. We got another great show for y'all tonight on this 14th day of December, the second Sunday of the month. Same stuff, a new day up here in P-Town is the show for y'all tonight. We got an hour and a half. Big Mo, how was your week?
It was good until you scheduled this thing. It was good until you scheduled this thing to be at 8:00.
What you mean? We just 30 minutes later.
I know. Oh man, you know what? This time of year is always so busy. You know that, like, with basketball season, we had 3 games in 6 days, so it was a long week, exhausting week for me. But overall, I'm always up for that challenge, so I actually love it. I love this time of year. So yeah, I mean, not a lot happened. It was just practice, work. This time of year, it's also a lot of holiday parties and meetings and stuff like that.
Yep.
I
Tis the
swear there
season.
was I think it was like Wednesday. I had like 8 hours worth of holiday parties on my calendar. And then I had a lot of work meetings as well. So I'm texting my boss. I'm like, "Hey, am I mandatory to come to these things, man?" Like, and she gives that same response. We always encourage you to show up. I'm like, "Yeah, no, I ain't making it." So yeah, no, it was good, man. What about you, man? I feel like we've been together, and we kind of live together right now, man. God gracious.
My week has been great. Pretty good week. We've had some ups and downs in the basketball court. A lot of downs.
Mm.
Um,
Is that what you're calling it?
yeah. Well, I'm calling it downs. Actually, you know what? I have it written here. I'm in a mood right now. This part about to blow up in this chat here in a minute. But before I get to what I really have to talk about, I'm going to talk. I'm going to ask you this question real quick. These last 5 games, Mo.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about these last 5 games? I have never seen you in your mode or mood that you've been in any season until now, like you've been. What is happening and what is so different about this year that is affecting you so hard?
Are you talking when you say how am I feeling? Are you talking about how we've started, or are you just talking in general?
5 games into our high school 6A career. How are you feeling? I've never seen you with the losses that we have had react in such a way.
I've also never lost 5 games by an average of 30 points
Okay.
with the bad teams I've had in the past, right? So I'm super optimistic, right? Like I even think when you and I chatted before, when I was trying to make the decision on do I take this job or do I stay where I'm at, we knew it was going to be a rebuild situation, and we knew it was going to be a reset, start over type deal. I think where a lot of my frustrations at right now, and I think you guys can kind of hear my voice because I've been active, sweating, I'm like
That's
busy,
part of
busy.
what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I ain't seen you sweat so
So
hard the first 5 games of the season. You would have thought we've been in the playoffs.
I think where I'm a little bit bothered is more around the amount of talent we have on our team, in our program, but then the lack of basketball knowledge and understanding that the talent we have has, right? And I think that's probably have me having to work a lot more because I'm having to teach stuff that you would think you would have learned in the fourth and fifth grade, how to jump stop, right? How to make a proper pass.
But
These
can
are
we
all
blame them or do we blame coaching,
no, no.
prior coaching?
So you can never blame when a kid has the talent, like many of the kids we have on our team,
Yeah.
they're never to blame. I don't remember who I was talking to yesterday or even today. Someone was chatting with me about basketball. They call it just to have a conversation with me or whatnot. And I think where I don't understand, and I told them the same thing is I think as coaches, many coaches have failed their kids, have failed this generation.
Mm-hmm.
We've went away from the fundamentals of basketball and we've implemented this style of play
Step back.
based on what you're
Yeah.
seeing
Mm-hmm.
in the NBA or in college and then things like that,
Hold up.
where
I think it's just the guy side. I don't think we did it on the girl side. I think it's more on the guy side. Like I was telling somebody before,
Mhm.
girls use the fundamentals the right way because they know
I
they
agree.
have to.
I agree. Yeah.
Guys that are talented choose not to use fundamentals because they are like, okay, I'm better than that.
But I
That's
also
just my way
wonder,
of saying it.
when they're super talented, does coaches even think to teach them the fundamentals, or do they rely on their athleticism?
Or they just think they
Uh,
already should know it.
yeah, and understand that athleticism can only get you so far, right? Before someone that's going to come in and understand the fundamentals of the basketball game
Mm-hmm.
and have the athleticism
Yeah.
that you have, right? So I don't think well, first of all, I'm not mad in any way, but I don't think I'm frustrated. I think it's more as I think about a lot of the coaches these kids have had, it's disappointing to me, right? Because I just feel that if you're gonna sign up to coach, or you're gonna sign up to teach, or you're gonna sign up to do anything with our youth, do it correctly. That's just my mindset, my mental thought process. Um, you know, some people do it for the little money there is out there. Some
Yeah.
people do it for the wins and losses. But when you do it that way, you're screwing this generation. And I think you kind of said it best. 4 years ago, I took a job with a bunch of kids that had no clue how to even play basketball, right? And I think it was more of a community thing, and they've just never had no one out there to teach them.
Yeah.
Now, I'm actually in a suburban city, right, where the population is 100,000, 200,000, something like that. We're
100,
pretty high up there.
110.
We're up there, and the fact that no disrespect to the previous coach or previous coaches or whatnot, didn't teach a
Please don't
kid that
disrespect you.
you need to jump stop, or didn't teach a kid that, hey, when you make that pass, this is how you make it, or didn't teach a kid how to read a defense. It's more frustrating to me than the kids itself, right? I think this is going to be a year I'm probably going to drop some LBs, which is good for me, because I am moving up and down the court in
Yeah.
practice. I
Yeah.
am moving up and down the court
That's
in
what
the
I'm saying.
game.
I'm like, man,
Uh,
you're
I
sweating in
am
practice and in
I am
games.
working. Yeah, I am working.
I'm
I
like,
think it's a combination, right? Um, I think I learned a lot over the last 3 years. I also think that I've learned a lot just this summer, right? Like, that's one of the things I've vowed to do, right? Like with hoops, obviously it's not my primary job,
you
but
know,
it is my primary focus, right? Like that's where my mental mindset is at, my
you
brain
know
is
what I
at.
just thought about
Uh,
over these last years of coaching and stuff. I thought about there should be another aspect of coaching.
what's
There's
that?
a mental part of basketball.
There's a psychological part of it. It is.
Like
Mhm,
first of all, jitters, nervousness,
mhm,
going into the actual game. That
mhm.
is a psych out on its own. So you're already out of the box, right, coming into the game. And
Yeah.
then just the whole ups and downs of the game. It's like your mind is going through like multiple personalities all at
Mhm,
once. Like you got your highs and lows. Hey, you're getting cheered over here when you make the layup. You're getting
mhm.
yelled at because you made a bad pass. You're mad because they called a foul on you. Like your emotions are here and there. There's a
Yeah,
big, especially in basketball because it happens so fast.
yeah.
I think we as coaches need to also start implementing a mental side of the game
Mhm.
because a lot of
Yeah.
these, especially these
I
COVID kids, is what I'm going to call it. Because every kid after the COVID thing is like just can't comprehend stuff. Like
you know
things are
what?
just way too hard for
There
everything.
there is, and that's at the college level. That it's sports psychologists. It's not at the high school level because of
But I think we
funding
should
and
start
stuff like
implementing
that.
that
Yeah, but you
because
have to
our
learn it.
kids are psyched out.
But
Like
I
I said,
think
I had a
again,
kid about to go puke because he was so nervous. I'm like, what are we nervous about, man? It's just basketball. But
but I
I'm
also
not him, right? So
yeah yeah
I can't judge his feelings on that moment. And
yeah.
so,
But
but
I
I
also
just
think I also think, like there's people that specialize in those things, right?
yeah.
And as a coach, you're learning one thing, and for me, I was fortunate enough to play at that next level to have
Mhm.
that sports like psychologists and stuff to teach you,
I think we should start implementing that.
game preparation, mental toughness, all of that stuff right there. That just doesn't happen
I
at
only
the
got
high
so many
school level.
motivational speakings or
It's
speeches.
crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
So, but
Um,
I think that's something we should start implementing. I think we should even like maybe on a Saturday if we no game day, like a Saturday, 30 minutes before practice,
mhm,
somebody comes in, talks with the kids. If you want
mhm,
to talk outside of here, after practice, I'm still
mhm.
here to have
Yeah.
some conversations because a lot of the times we as coaches are counselors too, sometimes fathers, sometimes a lot of different roles, right?
Yeah,
But
you are.
we also can't do everything.
Oh,
And
100%.
a lot of the times us as coaches, our words are too much because they hear it all the time and they
Yeah.
don't want to hear from us. They don't want to hear from a coach, but they may want to have that other person to figure out the psyche part of things. Is like, okay, this is what's going on. This is why he is here. Okay, we might need to figure this out. I'm just saying as a part of it because I've just noticed, especially with this group over the last few games, I've never seen so many kids so nervous about a game.
There yeah, yeah. And for many of these kids, it's their first time that they're truly being coached, right? And
True.
they're not just lend,
That's
so
also true. Yeah,
that
I
also
agree with
plays a
that.
little bit of it as well.
Yeah.
That is the first time that, hey, coach is really teaching me how to do something.
And I got
And
responsibilities
when
and
I
I got
do it, it
discipline things
actually
like yeah.
works. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And coach is actually teaching me that, hey, if practice starts at 8 o'clock, you know, I'm late if I walk in the gym at 8 o'clock. Like that, like these are things that just wasn't taught. And
Yeah, I
and
agree.
and and again, I think
And that might be
that
throwing them yeah, that could be throwing everything off too. You
yeah.
know, fresh group,
So
new rules, new
yep,
leadership.
yep.
Okay.
Expectations are different,
Different,
right?
yep.
Like you are required to be there. It's not, hey, I'm not gonna make it today, but I'm gonna play in the game tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And we've experienced that, right? Like I even think, you had a kid this week that missed Monday, said he was sick, right? Showed up Tuesday and was wondering why he wasn't playing when we had already talked about the rules at the beginning
Correct.
of the season. But I think, like again, that's why I reemphasized them on Wednesday to everybody to make sure, hey, and I think it's probably going to be something we just got to continue to reemphasize because I think that's important, right? Like making sure that kids are aware of
You
all of
actually
the
know
rules
what?
and stuff like that.
We have school counselors, right? So why
I'm
can't we have a counselor maybe work on on that avenue, maybe 30 minutes after school before practice or something?
I don't here's so I think their specialty is something different.
Okay, so it's gotta be
I know a couple of people
you never know though. What if
that I can
what if
reach
these
out to.
counselors are like, yeah, that is part of what I do. I could definitely help you guys out.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
I
just
think
saying maybe it may help because some of these guys out and calm them down, going into games. Because I told my guys, treat your practice like a game, treat your games like a practice. Like we practice way different than we've been playing in these games.
yeah, yeah.
Both teams, like we've practiced way better at practice than we have in these games. And we're way better than we are. And I told them as a group, I said, I think, and as Coach Mohan also said, we believe more in your talent than you guys believe in yourselves. And then some of
Mhm,
you believe more in your talent than you do in your teammates.
mhm. Yeah,
And your
yep.
talent isn't there. You need your teammates in order to be good. And some of you just need your team. But some of you guys that think you're good, you still need your teammates to be good. Because if they start double teaming you, what are you going to do then? You're going to need them to score. You're going to need them to get open. Otherwise, you're going to keep turning over the ball or make mistakes. So,
Yeah, no, I think you said it best. And it's just, it's just one of those things, man. I think, um, yeah, I mean, as I learn stuff, and I actually think I can probably learn a little bit in that space as well. But there's people that specialize in those things, and I think it's important to for those people to be acknowledged, but also see, if they are available to have those conversations, right? Because it's an important part of the game. Mental preparation is everything. If you ask me, how you prepare,
or maybe yoga
it's
days,
everything.
something just to relax, calm down.
Yeah.
Where,
One of the things that as I think about, being a kid, a lot of the stuff that you're mentioning was like mandatory when
college.
you get to college, right?
Yeah.
We had a sports
But
psychologist.
there's
We
obviously some
talked
high schools
yoga
that
and
implement
all
the
of that
same
stuff.
thing.
The elite high schools, the
Correct.
national teams have that because they have the money for it and they understand what it takes to do those things, right? The average high school, I actually think they should have that per district, right? You don't have to have it from a school perspective, but our districts are big enough. But the issue there is that we're cutting funds so much in high schools and stuff. It's not priority, and
Yeah.
not just basketball, but I think that's important in all sports.
Yeah, I agree. The only reason I said basketball is because things happen so fast. And
Yeah,
most
yeah.
sports, there's like a break in between it.
The
Yeah.
transition from
Like
offense
the
to
only time in
defense.
basketball is usually a timeout or a foul. That's when everything
Mhm,
stops. But usually
mhm,
everything's going boom, boom, boom. There's always some action.
mhm.
Soccer's kind of the same way, where there's always something usually going on and the ball's usually moving.
Yeah, yeah.
Basketball is the only sport that there's constantly you're moving
It's crazy, man. It's crazy,
and
but
you're
that's
always
why I love
thinking
it.
because the moment can change in any second,
Yeah.
right? So like football, you got the time between the play, and if the play ain't coming to you, then you good. You probably ain't
Mhm.
doing nothing on your side.
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
that guy on that side ain't doing no defense, that dude's probably gonna score. Like that's probably what's gonna happen. Like if you
Oh,
fall
man.
asleep, you cut into the basket or getting an offensive rebound, and you're like, oh damn, like you
Yeah.
have no time to fall asleep.
You know what? I think it's, I don't know. I just think it's taught at such a young age, right? And
Basketball is
then
for ADD people.
it would be like, if you think about it, because they ain't gotta
This is
never worry
why,
about
like,
standing still, right? Like, they ain't
yes.
never gotta worry about standing still. So, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh man. We also had our white elephant party today. I want to first of all, this guy right here cheated. I'm just gonna let you guys know right off the bat.
Whoa, who cheated?
You on the unwrapping thing. I would have won way more stuff. I still haven't scratched my 2 tickets that I won out of the
Hey,
unraveling of the saran wrap thing.
you know what? I'm laughing at that because I just thought it was the funniest thing because for the longest time you didn't realize as you was
No,
unwrapping,
I
I was
realized it, but I kept having to throw it out the way because he kept rewrapping my stuff. And then he cheated and took the stuff that he had to unwrap and just took the whole thing and then unwrapped it as he sat down,
Oh, come on, man.
like he
Come
needed
on.
another gift card.
Come on, man. I ain't even taking home with me. I took the cash.
And then we played left. Well, we played left, right, center.
That was and that you know what? Left, right, center is one of my favorite games.
It
Like
is fun.
even when I'm playing with my family, it's just one of my favorite games to play. Because it's just so intense, right? And you're never out until the game is actually
Well, if
over.
your whole row and corner is out, you're out. And we were that way for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that
then I
was
had the money in that last game, and then it luckily came back. Got my $1 one. Put a
it
cash
was
out,
fun.
paid my tab, Pay my tab on
Yeah,
my winnings.
yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I think that was one of the I think that was one of the fun games
Oh
to
yeah,
play.
this is what I
So
won, y'all. Right here. By the way, he opened my gift too. I didn't even open my gift yet. He opened it and played it. I ain't even get to play it. This guy right here, he opened it. Yep.
come on, man.
I could
Come
have
on.
reused that for a gift next year
Come on.
for his
Melissa, I
wife.
did
I could
follow the
actually I
rules.
could have used it this next week.
First of all, Melissa, I did follow the rules. I did not hear you say that there was individually
Oh, you
unwrapped
talking about
gifts
on
that needed
saran
to
wrap?
be. Yeah, I ain't
Actually,
know
she
that
did
it.
say it at the very beginning. There are some individually wrapped things in there. You gotta wrap those too.
I did not
That
hear that.
that counts in your time.
Well, I apparently wasn't listening because
You
I
just
just.
pocket them both, still wrapped up.
Oh man, it was fun though. Well, that just shows you right there.
Hey, shout out
Sometimes,
to Matt Greek for the hospitality. Thank you
yeah,
guys. The only bad part about that day was the dang score of my game, but we ain't there yet.
it was. Yeah,
And
no.
he was lucky. He
I
was
think
lucky.
Mad Greek was awesome. So definitely, much appreciate those people.
They were so cool about it. We could have even brought our own real food in.
Yeah. There was no argument on that. So, they were good. I enjoyed it. I think the group really enjoyed. We just love being around each other. So I think that's awesome. That we can get together and do that yearly or whatnot.
What did you get? Oh, he got the $50 gift card.
I do. I
That's what
got
he
a
got.
$50 DoorDash gift card, and the only time I order from DoorDash is from Don Chilitos, where I get my breakfast
Can we
burritos.
get a
So,
sponsor for Don Chilitos?
hey, best breakfast
So you
burritos in
just
all of
shouted them out.
Beaverton Hillsboro. I just want y'all to know that best breakfast burrito
Oh
ever,
man, you just shout out Don
ever.
Chilitos.
You know what, Melissa? We can go back and forth. Bottom line, I didn't hear you. You should have said Mo.
Oh,
Are
okay.
you listening to the rules?
8 out of
I
9
didn't hear
people
the
heard.
rules. Well, apparently,
First of all, AJ never even got a chance to even roll. Brittany was hitting doubles every single time.
that was pretty funny though.
I have
That was
never. That's why I didn't want her. I didn't want to play against her in left, right, center because I thought she was about to win the whole
yeah,
game. The way she
yeah.
was rolling.
But yeah, how she was rolling them dices, it was actually pretty funny and pretty good though. So no, I hear her on that.
Shout out to the guy that made those Rice Krispie treats too. They were so good. I got to make some different ones now.
Who was that guy?
This guy right here. This guy. I told you my Rice
man.
Krispie treats were going to be good.
Well,
I can't wait
well,
for
you know
my.
what? When you text me this morning and you said, "Hey, bring a fruits and veggie tray," I'm sitting there thinking he asked the dude to bring a veggie tray to one dude that don't eat veggies. He
That's
want
why I
them.
knew. That's why I knew you was gonna bring it because you ain't gonna eat it. Somebody else would. I
So
thought they were gonna
exactly.
eat it, but
Oh,
nobody ate.
oh,
But
oh,
you already
I'm
know.
laughing.
Braylon took
Yeah.
it with her. I got the fruit tray with me.
Oh, that's good. Eat up.
Braylon will eat it.
Eat up. Oh
Shout
man,
out to the fruit tray.
what we got going on in the news? Should we just jump straight to the news of the week, man?
Go
Like,
ahead, man, because I didn't. In my notes of her, they're not really written out.
I mean, this was an insane week
I had some crazy stuff that happened though. Yeah.
with Michigan and
Oh, you
their
going
head
there
coach.
first?
I just thought it was a
Okay, can I tell you
crazy
my? Whoa,
week.
whoa, whoa! I can't
Before
tell you
you
my
tell your
story.
story, wait. Before you tell your story, for those of us who's not aware, Moore was let go this week by the Michigan Wolverines. They fired him for cause, right? Later on, it came out that he was having an affair with his assistant. And then within an hour of him being fired, he was then in the back of a police squad car because he went to the house of the person he was having an affair with, busted down the door, had a butter knife. I got to keep that part in there, but because I think if you don't keep the truth in there, then that's the problem. He had a butter knife, and he was essentially threatening to kill himself. Essentially telling her that his blood is on her hands. She's ruined his career. um, and some more stuff. So now he has a couple charges. None of it is attempted murder. It's breaking and entering and stuff like that. What are your thoughts on this whole conversation before you give your actual spiel over how it real how you feel it went down?
Wow. Uh, it's a crazy situation. He went from 0 to 100 or 100 to 0 real quick. Um, a lot of stuff in the media is being said because of the relationship, but there's been a lot of situations with a lot of different coaches that aren't of his skin color
Mhm.
that have not been dragged through the mud like he has over the last week. I'm just going
That
to put it
was
that way.
that wasn't fired. Yep, that wasn't fired for the
Correct.
for the
And
situations. I agree.
that are still coaching now because they got another job,
I
and
agree.
they were doing a whole lot worse than
Mhm.
what he is accused of doing. Just
Mhm.
FYI, I'm just throwing that out there.
Well,
Um, I mean, to his wife, that's the issue. To everybody else, like I don't see why that's an issue to anybody else.
I agree. I completely agree. That should be a relationship with, but
Like
that should be an issue
because
between.
outside of it being with someone in the same field,
Mhm. Mhm.
it's happened in workplaces all over the place.
Well, it is a big deal in the workplace.
Correct.
But and it's not a matter of people cannot date within inside the workplace. You cannot date someone that reports directly to you.
I
So
agree with that.
so
Especially
that's
when
what
her
makes
wage
it.
went from
Yeah,
45,000 to 98,000.
yeah. So that's what actually made it a fireable offense, right?
Hmm.
If it was somebody in a different department, you're not having this conversation, but that's what made it a fireable defense. Now the relationship part, um, that's between him and his wife. I completely agree, right? Everyone's gonna have their own say until they're in that situation. And then all of a sudden it's a whole different say. I think where he has really messed up his career. I think if he would have got fired with Michigan and he would have left it like that, he would have been okay. Where he screwed up was he took it to the next level, and now he has a felony and all of this craziness right there. Not saying a felony is a big deal or whatnot, but I do think that that's what kind of has pushed him further away from football. Not saying he's never going to recover, because I'm a firm believer
They're saying he's never
um,
gonna get another
that
job, but he probably won't
people people
as a
like
head coach.
what was his head coach? Harbaugh. I know he has a really good relationship with Jim
Yeah,
Harbaugh and
he
stuff
won't get a
like
head
that.
coaching job. He'll coach
Yeah,
again. He just won't get a head
yeah,
coaching job.
he may not get a head coaching job. You're 100% right. But I think for him, it's a matter of a fits in his family problems because he has two daughters and it kind of sucks when your kid goes on the internet and that's all they're gonna see now. And then B, he needs to try and get back into coaching. Actually, he's a really good coach. From my understanding, he's a really good mentor. From my understanding,
Yeah.
he's a really good leader, just from the reports that I've heard. So, people
What he
like
did in
that.
his personal on that side of thing had nothing to do with the coaching and how he treated the kids.
Yeah, and I don't think that's gonna hunt him. I just think the aftermath is
Yeah.
what's
Oh
gonna
no, I
hunt.
already know the aftermath
Mhm.
on it. Um, but yeah,
And
you're
I
right
think
on that.
and I think for the individual that was also that was part of it. This is some of the stuff I hate.
Oh, she's about to make
More
money.
Yeah, I get that, but I think what I hate more than anything in the world, and I can't stress this out, is that I hate when the news shows one individual but not the other, right? And that other individual is also just as guilty, right? And I don't care.
That's where I'm about. That was where I was about to go.
Yeah, I don't care if he's the main headline. She worked for the Michigan Wolverines as well, so her name should have also been
Oh, it's out.
thrown out there. It
It's
should
out
have been
now.
justified. It's out there now, right? Because people did the research, or somebody that knew finally leaked it out there.
Yeah.
But if you looked at day
Right.
one, it
It
was
said some woman.
had
Yeah.
an affair with some woman, right? It had nothing, and I'm sitting here like, oh, okay, what? that's not fireable,
That had
right? Like,
lied about it with
yeah,
him
yeah, multiple
until
times, right? So she was
she
also
realized she
lying
was
about it.
upset because he told her he wanted her to get rid of the baby that she
Yeah,
was supposed to be
yeah.
having. Yeah.
So I just think that that's the part that kills me more than anything because it happens more and more and more and more. Even with the Shannon Sharp, they never mentioned the other person, right? Like, and I just think if you're gonna release stuff, release like blast both of them,
Yeah.
right? Like I just think that's what it is with him. Uh, anything
Yeah.
else you want to say about that
Yeah.
situation?
That was just a $30 million worth of angerness.
Yeah,
It was good
yeah.
until it wasn't. That's what it was.
And I also want to just call out he
It's still
was
not good, but I'm just saying it was good until it
yeah
wasn't.
yeah he was dating this person prior to him becoming the head coach. So this has been a relationship for I want to say they said 4+ years at this point, and whatnot. So I just find that part uh even more interesting, and obviously that female was okay with it, right? Until she wasn't, right? And I think, that's the crazy part about it. Is that if you're gonna do that, don't piss the misters off. That's my 2 cents to it. That's my 2 cents. Oh man, or else it's gonna come
Hey,
out of the
that dude
darkness.
got 30 million problems.
Hey, it's that man.
Mm.
Problems is an understatement. Man. Oh man. Also in the news, I don't know if you heard, the last 24 hours has been crazy. There was a shooting at Brown University
Yep.
just yesterday, 2 dead, 10 injured.
You want to know
And
what's crazier
and
than that?
what's that?
Is that wasn't the first thing talked about on the news. It was the Sydney one.
Well, I was gonna bring that one up next.
I know, but I'm
And
just
then,
saying local should be talked about before. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
yeah, and then obviously there was a Hanukkah event happening in Sydney when a father and son decided to open up fire at a beach, killing. I want to say they said
12,
15 are dead so far.
15.
That's what the death total has
29 was
risen
injured last time.
right
12
now.
dead, 29 injured was last time I saw.
Right now it's 15 dead. So there's more that's dead right now. Um, and they actually show some of the clips and videos, and for the people that's sitting there recording that, uh, you're very fearless. But then there was one guy that actually went brave guy that went and attacked one of the shooters
I
and
saw,
was
yeah.
able to grab his gun. And I actually think he probably saved some more lives because they were
One of the killers, one of the shooters is dead. Yeah, I think it was the son.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I thought that was crazy. When I saw that video, I was like, oh, you know, I I pray that I'm never in that situation, but that would probably be me if I am in that situation.
The stuff is getting
Uh,
crazy, man. Like
yeah,
everything is like a real life GTA all the time.
it's I it's not. I mean, I don't know. Like, I really don't have the answer to it. People are snapping left and right. I really do think. I just think the internet is just
Driving people crazy.
not a safe place, right? Like I think the internet has screwed everything. You know, I don't know. I just think the internet just has screwed everything that this life is all about. And people, my pastor today, he kind of preached about not judging other people's and like understanding people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like it's so funny because it's like things happen and then you hear that from others and stuff and I'm like that's true and we just gotta like we've just lost sight of people allowing people to have opinions, right? Like if they don't agree with us or whatnot, then they've skipped the process of let's fight or let's debate and it's immediately
No, they'll
let
fight. There's just no debate.
yeah, and I just think that's crazy because everybody should be entitled to their opinion. Yeah, it doesn't matter, right? You're not right, you're not wrong, right? Like it is what it is, right? But I just think, like the more I'm seeing these shootings, whether it's hate crime, they're calling it terror attack. It's not, I don't know what defines a terror because I feel like
When there's multiple people of one religion or race in some spot, and
I,
yeah,
I don't necessarily define that. I just define it as two people that the devil called to do something dangerous.
I'm just trying to figure out like what movie you watch before you go do this. Like, what are you thinking in your head? Like,
Mhm,
Dad, all right, son, this is what we about to go do. God has destined us to go do this.
mhm.
These people are not of our people. Like, what? First of all, what, and then why? Like, what are you? What? Even people on drugs don't even be thinking about this.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out what is in your head, or who said something to you, or what did somebody do so bad that
that
you was
made
like,
you snap to that point, or that you're ready to end your life, right? Like, or risk ending your life,
Yeah,
whatever the
yeah,
case
you're
may be.
risking your life, but you said I'm about to take people out right now.
With me. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I don't have the answer to it, but I just I don't know. I've watched a lot of movies in my life, and none of them makes me wanna go out and
Yeah,
just
and
start what you
sometimes I
call
watch these movies, and then I watch the Netflix with the people behind jail after they do the crimes and stuff, and they don't even know why they did it. Half of them, oh man, I don't even know why I did that.
yeah,
I'm
some
like,
of
are
them
you
just
saying this for the TV,
someone said
or
they
are
just
you really just crazy and
do
you
it right.
did what you did? And then you got people on there that's like, I'm really crazy. I shouldn't get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, if I
Yeah.
get out, I'm probably gonna do it again. I was like, this dude just said it on camera. Do not let this dude out. Like, why are we even bringing him up for a hearing? Like, he don't need to come out at all. He just told you if
Yeah.
he's out again, he's about to do it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man, but just sit back and just like, I don't know. And maybe they're doing it for the fame, and they're doing it for what, they know that they're not here. The ones that don't get
That was
caught, but
also
they
cause
know
you
we're
like
talking about it, right? Like, they
serial
like
killers go down in history too.
yeah, yeah. Because I 'cause I've heard people say, I'm doing it because I know when I'm gone, you guys are gonna talk about it, right? Like, I'm like, "This is, like, insane, man." But yeah,
Like the
my
dudes at Columbine, they started it.
mhm,
They really didn't start it. Kip Kinkle started it out here in Oregon in Springfield, but then
Springfield,
yeah,
yeah,
like that was the original start of the high school shootings was Kip
mhm,
Kinkle
mhm.
at Springfield, and then
Yeah,
it was
but
Columbine, and then it
yeah,
just
but
started going
but
everywhere.
but the issue about it is that it was limited coverage to both of
Correct,
those because we didn't have internet
correct.
like we had dial-up,
Now, yep, yep,
so AOL and Hotmail and stuff like that at that moment of time. So,
correct.
like, and now it's at the fingertips, right? It happened at
Mhm,
Brown. We heard about it immediately. It
yep,
happened in Australia while we was sleeping,
mhm.
right? And we wake up to it, right? So it's not a matter of it's happening. I just think the people that is already processing it and planning to carry it out, when they see it, I just think they thrive on it, if that
When they
makes
see
sense.
somebody else's and they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
so
okay,
they're
I'm
like
gonna do
it
that same
gives them
thing or
that extra
outdo that
motivation,
person."
and I'm gonna
Yeah.
outdo that person, right? And that kinda sucks, right? That's a crappy world that we're in, and my thoughts and
My thing
prayers
is like, y'all be so smart at the criminal stuff. Why don't you just use it towards the good shit?
that's an interview question, I don't know.
Yeah, like why don't you just use it for the good shit? Like, oh man, we can do this and do this. Like, dudes be making all the craziest stuff in jail. Why don't you
Mm,
do this when you're out of jail?
mhm, yeah,
Like, if you can do all this stuff in jail, why don't you do it when you're out?
yeah, mhm. Why aren't you that creative, right?
Correct.
Yeah, no, I hear
Is it
you
just
on
because
that.
you got the time? Like, I mean, like, man, I ain't got nothing but time up in here. I got to come up with all these things to come up with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But no, our thoughts and prayers are definitely out to the people impacted there.
Yes, absolutely.
It's definitely something no one hopes to wake up to
It
or be
seems
a
like it
part
happens way
of
too
or
much.
anything like that. It's becoming a norm for a lot of people.
Ooh, that was money.
Um, it's becoming a norm for a lot of people in this world, and it's sad. But the fact that we're saying that it's becoming a norm, or
Yeah.
it's happening way too many times because it's not something that we were accustomed to
And here's the thing:
years
we've
and
always
years
had
ago.
guns, so it ain't like we got
Yeah,
more guns. I
yeah.
mean, the guns are still out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, we have more
And
powerful guns on the street that are a
people
lot.
been had access to
Yeah,
them.
but they've always
Again,
had guns.
I
It's
don't think it's
just
a
people,
gun.
not dudes, just people in general.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
just
I don't think it's guns. I just
gun
think
happy, like
but yeah, yeah. I think it's crazy.
road raging, shooting people, driving. Like the dude up in Tacoma shot and killed a 14-year-old because he drove around him. He was mad. He
Hmm.
shot one time at the car and took off. He said,
Yeah,
"I don't know. I just shot at the car." Shot the kid in the
I
back of the
saw that.
head.
I also saw this week on the news there was a road rage incident in Indiana where a 19-year-old boy uh was getting into it with another individual, and he fired his weapon, and instead of hitting the driver, he hit a 5-year-old in the back seat,
Yeah, like
striking and killing him. And when the cops came, the 19-year-old stayed on the scene. So, he didn't um, drive off or anything like that. They were arguing and stuff, and the cop had no clue what was going on. So he didn't arrest the dude, say nothing to the dude while the parent was yelling, you killed my son, you killed my
oh yeah,
son.
yeah, yeah.
And he even told him too. He was like, "Yes, I fired my weapon," and like he just treated him like it was normal. So I just
You
think that
can't
was
just be
crazy as
firing your
well.
weapon. Like,
It,
where is
it,
that normal at? And you could just be like, okay, cool. Thank
I
you for
don't
just
know.
letting me know you're firing
It,
your gun
you
at the
know,
guy.
as a weapon owner, I don't know. I can't answer
You
that
can't
question to you
unless you're
because
protecting yourself. If a person's in their
exactly,
car and didn't come out and
exactly.
approach you to do something, you can't
Mhm.
just fire at the car.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. But people, I don't know.
Well, the
Like
guy that did it and killed the 14-year-old, he's about to get arrested, and he's for second-degree murder.
but listen to what you just said. He's about to get arrested,
No, no,
right?
because they have started investigating and they knew they're going to end up finding. He turned himself in.
Hmm. That's crazy, man. That's crazy that people do that though. But
He said, "All I
it's
did was just fire one shot." And they go, "Did you fire at the car?" He goes, "Yeah." What well, you fire for a reason. You're not firing up in the air to
well,
scare somebody. You fired
you
at the
know what?
car.
And in his mind, he was firing to scare somebody because you heard how he said it. All
Yeah.
I did was fire one shot, right? Not knowing that you was gonna strike and kill somebody, right? You didn't fire it in the air. Like if you're gonna point your weapon, you best to believe that
Like if you're gonna
if
scare him,
you
I'm gonna scare you by
fire,
firing up.
yeah, if you fire, you're gonna potentially strike and hit somebody, right? So I thought that was crazy. Yeah, that was another crazy, but it's happened a few different times this week. Uh, what else I got? Powerball jackpot. Powerball jackpot is officially over
What
a
are you about to
billion
win?
dollars, people. Here's the thing. I recommend everybody go get a ticket, chat.
Give me
You know,
10%.
it doesn't matter if you don't gamble. Everybody. I know there's people out there that don't gamble, right? But at the end of the day, $1 billion can save a lot of lives. Let's
Big
just
Mo
put it
trying
that
to
way.
make the pot go
Um,
higher.
well, you know what?
Everybody go get a
I
ticket.
personally haven't played in a very long time, so I am gonna be playing tomorrow. That's for
I
sure.
played the last billion.
Yeah. See, you, what would you do if you hit the Powerball? What would be? Wait,
We
wait,
already
wait,
talked
wait.
about
Let me
this.
rephrase the question. What would be the very first thing you do?
Pay all my shit off.
That's your very first thing.
Yeah. Paying all my shit off. Then I'm on the beach. Feeding the water, ass in the sand.
Yeah,
With a cold Henny pineapple in my hand.
yeah. I actually don't know. I don't. Chat. If you hit that lottery, what would be the very first thing you do? It's over $1 billion.
You can do a
Um,
lot of stuff with that. Like help the
that's an
family
understatement,
out.
man.
Eventually, I help the family and stuff out. Buy
That's
some
life.
property,
That's life changing. That is
invest in
life
some
changing.
businesses, start a couple other ones. Dude, you got all that money, then you just start buying like racehorses and stuff like that. What's your horse name? Platinum Cash.
Yeah, that's crazy. But no, we'll.
Shoot,
I
I
mean,
buy it. I be no, I ain't got enough to buy a team yet, but I can buy a part of a team.
see, there you go. See, don't try and go broke.
I ain't going broke. I'm investing.
Well, when you start
If a
talking about
team,
part,
if a team
about
go
part of
broke,
the team,
then
talking about $250 million essentially. When you start talking about team,
hey, that's okay. That quarter gonna triple.
yeah. Tay said it's her lucky day since it's her B to H. She better go play.
She said she
Oh,
playing.
you better play for her. Hey, you just never know.
Tay
All
said
I'm
she playing.
asking for,
All I asked from Tay, I said, Tay, just give me 100,000. That's it.
Tay, if you do nothing for me, if you do
Just give him
absolutely
$10.
nothing,
If you do nothing for him, just give your bro an extra 100,000
just take me on a vacation.
so he can take him on a vacation.
That's it. If you do nothing. Oh man. No, chat said get a house. Yeah. Yeah. But then what?
Shoot, get a house. I buy an apartment complex. I'm
See, that's
investing.
that. See, now you guys hear who's going broke versus who's
How am
not
I going
going
broke while I'm
broke.
investing in apartment complexes?
You can't immediately invest in that stuff, bro.
Why can't I?
What do you
I got
possibly
$1
know
billion.
about an apartment? See, that's the problem right there. We think $1 billion will last forever. People go broke, man. Yeah.
People go broke when you don't invest it. I'm
Nah.
investing in property, buying land.
Okay.
I'm buying all the land up like Microsoft.
Okay.
So I gotta build all them wind things on it.
The wind.
Give my money back.
the energy efficient wind so that you don't have to pay for no electric.
Correct.
So you actually getting the wind. So you putting the windmill on there. You ain't putting the solar panels.
I'm gonna have a compound in the middle of nowhere. Running off those things.
Oh man, that's funny. What else?
Kicking it at the gallows.
Another thing today. Phillip Rivers. For those of you that got to know him, Phillip Rivers is currently an NFL quarterback. He came out of retirement at age 44 this week. Was put on the practice squad of the Indianapolis Colts.
Coming out of retirement.
Phillip Rivers was then elevated from the practice squad yesterday to the squad. He made his first start at age 44.
Listen,
after being a high school coach since 2020. What are your thoughts about that? But more importantly, all of the other idle young quarterbacks that has been trying to make it to the league, what advice would you give them?
Apparently, y'all ain't good enough. Joe Flacco was bagging groceries. They pulled him in last year. He's still playing. They bought Phillip Rivers, and he ain't played in 5 years. I know his knee's worse than yours. That dude threw 4 interceptions. I could have got out there and threw 4 interceptions today. Literally, never played quarterback in my life. I could have got out there and threw that. I at least could have ran for 1 first down.
Phillip Rivers today. First of all, it was false information that they gave you. Second of all, Phillip Rivers today was 18 of 27, 120 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 1 sack.
He only had 1 interception. Okay. Maybe they said the last time he played, he threw 4 interceptions.
For a guy that haven't played in 5 years and been in
That's not bad.
Was coaching high school.
That's Shedeur Sanders numbers.
Football recently. That's actually not bad at all. And the reason why I say that's not bad because there's people in the NFL right now that aren't throwing that, right? So he threw 27. He had 27 attempts, completed 18 of them. Almost won the game if his defense could have held them up just for 2 seconds or whatnot. So shout out to him. Hats off to him.
The Colts are now 8-6.
They are 8-6. And I
just close to them. The Steelers and the Ravens.
Yeah. So
they may not make the playoffs.
Yeah. So right now, the the AFC standings right now, is pretty interesting right now. Depending on how you look at it, right? Like you have New England at 11-3. They lost to Buffalo today. Buffalo closing the gap. Buffalo's at 10-4 right now.
Crazy game right there.
They're still alive.
Now 21-zip.
Yep. That was an insane game. But again, I'm starting to see that more and more. There was quite a bit of shutouts this year. What are your thoughts on the shutouts in an NFL game? I think after today's 2 shutouts, it ended up being, I think there's been 4 or 5 total this year, including my Falcons. But the Las Vegas Raiders for the second time this season has been shut out with
Has it happened
0
since
points.
2009 or something like that?
What is going on? What are your thoughts? Like, do you
This is
feel
Pete Carroll's worst year ever. The most losses Pete Carroll's ever had as a coach in his lifetime.
so?
Um,
Who's to blame for what's happening
the
in Vegas
GM
right now?
is 100% to blame. Look at the team. You don't have a line. You don't have players that can score or beat people on the offensive end. All you got is a running back and Bowers. That's all you got. And so if I double team Bowers and then we overload the box, then what are you going to do? We're just going to sack your quarterback to the point where Gino was like, I don't want to play today. He's hurt. Yeah, I would be. My feelings are hurt and my body hurts. I would not be playing today either if
Yeah,
nobody's going to protect me. I'm
yeah,
surprised Burrow played after he said what he said, thinking his line was going to protect him any better.
yeah,
Who was
yeah.
also shut out today.
I think that was the second shutout today. Um, I just think right now, fans are paying. In particular in Vegas. Vegas is not a cheap football game, even though
Them
the
games should
team
be
is
those
two
should
and
buy one
12.
get one freeze right now.
Right. Even though the team's 2-12, I just think fans are paying so much money to go to games
They
and
making their money off the visitors.
to watch your team score 0 points, man. That's a tough one. That is a tough one to go to. I think Cincinnati was actually at home today when they lost that game today. So that's a tough one. That is a tough one. But
Sorry for all
again,
you Bengals and Raider fans out there.
it is
But
crazy.
shout out to Raiders having the first pick though.
Right now
Hopefully
they
oh,
are. If they
if they
maintain
keep
and they
losing.
just lose the rest of the games this year, they will have a first pick of next year's
If
draft.
you're a Raiders fan, you should be mad if they try to win the next 3 games. Like
Mhm.
you already gonna get first pick. Just go ahead and get the first pick. Like
You
don't
know,
lose. Go
y-
try
you
to
know,
fight to lose.
although I hear you with you'll be mad if they try and win. It is a professional
I
sport.
know. I said
I
try to
do
fight to
think that
lose.
I do think that you should compete to win, regardless of what your situation is, man. Because I hear you on the first pick. I hear you on
As a
all of that.
player, I understand what you need to do, but I am up top in the gym, and I'm gonna say to you guys, listen, y'all didn't want to play the other 14 games, so why you want to play these last 3? So let's go ahead, and hey, if you want an extra bonus, I'll give you an extra bonus because we need this first pick.
I just think that's crazy. Anyways,
It's said all over the place in all sports
the Raiders
at some
has
point in
lost
time when you know you're not gonna win.
the Raiders has lost 8 straight. They're tied with the longest losing streak right now with the Giants. Um, couple
What's the
other
Raiders' record right now?
they're 2-12.
Dang, that's like the
Couple
Beavers.
couple other topics today. Um, we'll spend a little bit of time on this one. Today, Kansas City. Let's drop a bomb for Kansas City if you don't mind. Um, Kansas City, Kansas
I got
City
gunshots.
today. Kansas City today was eliminated from playoff contentions.
Whoa.
In addition to the elimination,
A lot of fans upset about that one.
in addition to eliminations, Patrick Mahomes reportedly has a torn ACL. Where do Kansas City go at from here?
Where do I go from here? He was my quarterback for my fantasy. The playoffs are about to start. He
You
didn't
better
know
go
what
get
he
Phillip
didn't
Rivers.
realize what was going on here. There's money on the line. Sorry, Mike. I don't know what you guys do from here. I told y'all get ready for 2027. That's what I told you. I was told he's only going to be out 9 months. He might be back next year. He ain't going to be the same Mahomes. It's going to be
So
some time before he gets ready. Maybe mid-season, and by that time they're going to be out of the playoffs again.
so
So
with Mahomes being out, right? Kansas City was supposed to be this dynasty. Like keep that in mind. And Mahomes being out, does
and he
Andy
wasn't. They
Reid
won 3 out
retire?
of 4.
Does Andy Reid retire?
Well, from today, that's what Mike thinks. I don't think he retires. I don't think he goes out like that. I think he's going to say, how big good a coach am I if I can coach either without Mahomes or with Mahomes, but still get back to the playoffs? I think he has 2 more years left. Unless, it's more medical issues that happen. Other than that, I think he still has 2 more years. Unless this is the same year Travis Kelce retires.
Yeah, I did think I do think
he only has 1 year or this year.
I think half of America is actually happy that the Chiefs lost today.
It's like the Patriots.
Half of America do feel that I don't think it was like the Patriots. I just think half of America felt that the Chiefs got calls in the past that they shouldn't. That wasn't the case for the Patriots. People didn't like the Patriots because Tom Brady was just an assassin, right? He was always gonna prevail at the
Patriots didn't get calls.
Not how Kansas City got calls, right? I think about Tom Brady when
he invented new rules. The tuck rule, the don't hit my quarterback below the leg rule.
I would never go against Tom Brady after he came back from a 28-3 lead against my Falcons in the Super Bowl. From that moment
keeps
forward,
bringing that up every single time.
He can't do no worse, because you know what? The reason why Stephen A keeps bringing it up, and I have to relive it every time they bring it up. We have to understand every since that moment, the Atlanta Falcons have not been in the playoffs.
Ever since that moment, their old coach has not been to the Super Bowl and won it either.
The Atlanta Falcons have not had a winning season since that moment. So like that's something to just think about, right? Like your last winning season was you were in the Super Bowl.
Well, think about it. You were up 28-3 at halftime, and you lost.
Well, that's because our offensive coordinator decided to throw the ball the entire second half instead of running the ball. That's a big difference right there. You're throwing the ball, the clock is stopping, right? And that's why that same offensive coordinator is in San Francisco.
Matt Ryan.
That's why that same offensive coordinator is in San Francisco right now.
That's why I said he still ain't winning.
Winning a lot of games.
He lost
a lot of games,
but
he never wins the big one. So the San Francisco fans, no disrespect to you guys, but that's just what you have to deal with. Just some more news today. We're gonna move on.
Gang,
I get upset about
that. Slang gangs.
Another ACL tear. Micah Parsons of the
bro was crying on that one.
Green Bay Packers reportedly may have a torn ACL.
A lot of injuries of big players, big key players this year.
What are your thoughts on that one?
That's a big injury. And Chicago won, and they lost, and they played Chicago again. Chicago can end up winning the dang division, which sucks because Green Bay beat us twice. So if they beat them again, that means I'm out of the playoffs. I don't like it. Not one bit. Not one bit. Not one bit, because I need Chicago to lose these last 3 games and us win these last 3 games since we lost that one.
Yeah. I actually have mixed feelings on the whole thing. Believe it or not, I actually think Green Bay will win the division. I do think that Chicago will fumble at the end. Caleb Williams will find a way to screw it up and blame other people. So that's my 2 cents. That's what I think it's going to go at this year.
I don't know.
What else is happening?
We got Steelers, Vikings, Bears.
Night game. Vikings beat the Cowboys.
Did they?
Has the Cowboys officially hit that cliff that they usually hit every year?
Playoffs.
Or are they going to win a couple more games?
They're officially out. They put some 2 games behind Philly.
The Cowboys has not been officially eliminated from playoff contention yet.
Wow.
They're still in the hunt. I'm just reporting truth.
They're gonna always be in the hunt because they're America's team, so they're always in the hunt.
They have not officially.
They took the Chiefs off of that stuff real quick. Knowing Dallas out of the hunt, they're gonna keep them up there just so people keep watching.
Well, if Dallas wins out, Dallas is in. You got to understand the Chiefs is currently 6-8. They have no possible way
What is
in
Dallas
making the
record? 6,
playoffs.
7, and 1.
They're 6-7-1.
Okay. And what's
So,
Phillies?
so
9 and 6.
it's
Or
not a
9
matter. It's not a matter of Philly. What
9
you
and
have to
5.
look at. What you have to look at right now. Dallas is currently looking at that last wild card
No, they
spot.
can't get in.
Yeah,
We would have it.
listen, Dallas is not eliminated yet.
The only way they can get in is if Philly loses and they get the division. Because you have us, you have us in San Francisco. There's no way they're going to get it.
Are you arguing because of your heart and your faith, or are
No,
you?
I'm telling you the truth.
Sitting here looking
I
at
know
this
what you're
data.
looking at, but I've already looked at it too.
Dallas is still currently in.
Correct. So the only way they can get in is if Philly loses all their games and they beat Philly and they get in it that way. They can't get in any other way. They have to win their division. Because San Francisco or
people
or the Lions will
Dallas is still alive. Switching topics. A tough loss today for the Detroit Lions, but also Jim Caldwell. For those of you guys who remember, the legendary and the Detroit Lions coach passed away today.
What?
Just thought I should share that. But
No way.
yeah, that was I saw that
Throw
on
that in there like that.
and I don't know if it's I saw that on an outlet today. When I was just scouring through the media and seeing what was going on. So that's a tough one right there.
Shout out to Jim Caldwell.
What are your thoughts? That's a tough loss for Detroit.
That's for the refs, by the way, who's getting cut tonight for the badass call that they made in this game.
They went
which
to
decided
LA.
This game, honestly, was the difference in the game. 7 points was the difference in the game of a touchdown that wasn't even a touchdown. He was down at the 1 if he even caught the damn ball, which he didn't catch. And then we get all year long, we get bad calls.
I'm
It's all right.
listening.
It's all right. Our time will come. That's all I got. They already getting cut, so that's all I got about the bad call they made.
So
my Rams fan is lucky I wasn't.
You done? Because that's the true definition of a fan and his feelings when your team lose. So, other
Every
news.
fan is in their feelings when their team lose. Mo.
Not me.
You just have your team finally won that you already cut off 3 weeks ago.
You know what? I
Now
did
you
cut them
wanna
off
pick 'em
3
up
weeks
'cause they
ago.
got a dub?
You're 100% right. I did cut them off 3 weeks ago, which is why I'm not even naming them tonight. Anyways, moving on football.
And I'm not in my feelings. I really is the real call.
It's okay.
We'll
It
talk
happens.
about it tomorrow. Stephen A. Smith.
All right. Real time right now. Dylan Brooks has been ejected for charging at LeBron James and pushing him. That beef is real between the two of them. They truly do not like each other, have no respect.
He just
for
ain't
one
got nothing
another.
else to do. That's the only way he gets some views and shit.
He's been ejected. Just FYI, for those of
What's the
you
score
who
of that game, by
LeBron
the way?
fans, Dylan has officially
over?
been ejected. That's just crazy. The Lakers won by 2.
Ooh. Dang.
All right. What else is happening in the sports world? I should share with you guys that's worth talking about.
Oh, you want to talk about college? It is mess up of a Heisman.
You want to talk about basketball? You want to talk about college basketball?
The Heisman.
Oh, yeah. So, and you know, that just shows you how far my brain is as I was writing everything down or whatnot prior to tonight's meeting. I did not even think about the Heisman Trophy presentation that actually occurred this weekend. And I don't think no one really paid attention to the Heisman that happened this weekend. But shout out to Indiana
show ever, probably.
But shout out to Indiana quarterback Mendoza. He's the first Indiana person to win the Heisman. Indiana
first Big Ten team guy since 2006 or something, or 9, 6 or 9.
Congratulations to their coach of the year as well. Well deserved. I just want to make sure that I give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, great coach.
He definitely deserves to be Coach of the year. There's no doubt about that. So super congrats to him. What are your thoughts on the Heisman?
So we've had this group chat going on, and I had posted, "Oh man, y'all see Mendoza win the Heisman," and then you look at his stats. Okay, granted, team is undefeated, great team, number one seed, but it's not about wins all the time, right? Because if that was the case, there would have been a lot of different Heisman guys that have won it over the years. But this year in particular, they decided to go off of wins because he didn't have the best stats. Um, he didn't have the best hype. He there as you when you're looking for a Heisman guy, there's always usually some hype behind him. There's always this vibe, or he always has like, oh, that guy, everything he's doing
He's flashy.
flashy. The moments that he does, he performs in big moments that stand out. That you're like, oh shoot, that dude is Heisman worthy.
Hmm.
Be outside of winning the games and having 33 passing touchdowns, Mendoza really didn't flash out anybody. He didn't even throw over 3,000 yards. Okay. I would have picked Pavia from Vanderbilt, the quarterback. He had over 3,100 yards passing. He had 27 passing touchdowns, had over 830 yards rushing with 9 touchdowns. Like that's Tim Tebow numbers.
He finished second.
I know, but that's Tim Tebow numbers. That like you win the Heisman with those type of numbers. That's why he thought he won the Heisman. That's why he was on First Take. That's why he was on Good Morning America. That's why he was on all the shows.
He lost by 1,000 points.
Exactly.
Mendoza had 640
Which doesn't make sense. So what are we watching though?
first place votes. I
Because all the
honestly,
years before,
Mhm,
and DM said, well,
mhm,
I don't think they should have won. It should be the team with the best record. Okay,
mhm,
the team
mhm,
with the best record, it doesn't always have the best player. It has the best
yeah,
players.
mhm,
And hence is
mhm,
why Ohio State's quarterback was the fourth guy. And he's 12-1.
mhm.
Right. So that's why I said in the group chat, like if he would have lost that game and the quarterback for Ohio State would have won, so he would have won the Heisman. That dude came in fourth place with one loss.
So here's what I think about it. And I think you just hit it right on the money. The team with the best record does not always have the best players. If I take Georgia for an example, if you go and look at the All SEC team, Georgia has 0 players that's first team All SEC this year. 0
That's crazy.
players that is first team All SEC this year, and they won the SEC this year.
And Pavia was the SEC player of the year
He was. He was SEC Player of the Year. He was
in the
first team
toughest
quarterback.
conference.
But that just goes to show
That's
that the
crazy.
SEC actually votes players, not teams, right? Because if you would have voted team, you probably would have had a lot of those Georgia players that would have been first
Correct.
team, right? And they didn't get that. So I agree. I actually think that these awards has kind of phased
Tail
out,
off. Yep.
given that the world that we're in today, no one pays attention to the Heisman. It's not worth like it used to be. When Charles Woodson won the
Yeah.
Heisman.
Yeah.
It's just not there no more. In fact, they don't advertise it like they used to advertise it
That's what I
anymore
said. The only
either.
person I saw
Uh,
was Pavia everywhere.
because it's taken a back seat, right? Before you used to sit on billboards. If I went to
Yeah.
ESPN all this week, you did not
They
see
were talking about the Heisman,
anywhere on
whoever's in the running.
ESPN
Yep.
talking about the Heisman is this Saturday and stuff like that. The only
It's
reason
like
why
they
I knew
knew
it was
Mendoza
going
was
on,
about to win it anyway. So they're
yeah,
like, man, we ain't about to talk
yeah,
about this game.
yeah. The only reason why I knew it was going on was because I got an alert on my phone that he won the Heisman, right? So no one really pays attention to the Heismans and stuff. I actually think that they should start doing the awards like they do the NFL awards. Just announce them. Period. You don't need to have this big old show. Um, just announce them,
That's what they
right?
do with everything else
Uh,
but the Heisman. Yeah.
yeah, well, except the NBA MVP of the year usually
Yeah.
gives a speech, but they announce it before he wins that, right? So just announce it, right? I think we're now at that point in time in our life that it's about time we just announce it. No one cares about the Heisman. I'm pretty sure the ratings probably was way down
Yeah.
yesterday, which is probably why everyone is like, "Oh, really?" Well, and also you're doing it on a Saturday, right?
But it's always
You know,
on a Saturday.
it is, but if you want to do something, do it on a Sunday when people are at home, right? When there's no football, people are out enjoying themselves and thinking about life. They're not thinking about,
Yeah, you
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 know,
can't put it
the
on there
heist,
competing with Sunday Night Football.
right? So I just think
Maybe you do it
they
at the
need
halftime of the Sunday night game.
they should figure something out, right? Because I don't think what occurred, right, it's what you call it. So yeah, but at the end of the day, in my opinion, just announce it. There
But
was a
either way,
couple
shout
bowl,
out to Mendoza for winning it.
yeah. Kudos to the kid,
It ain't
man.
his fault. I'm not mad
He's
at
a
him. It's
story.
not his
Yeah,
fault. He
yeah.
did his job. He went out here and played the games and won the games.
Yeah,
Brought home the Heisman.
yeah. He's a storybook for sure. There's no doubt about it. Outside of Georgia, I am hoping, if Georgia does not prevail, I hope it is Indiana,
Yeah, that'd be a
because
good,
what
crazy
they have
season.
done, yeah, what they have done is just absolutely insane. So that's just my thought process on that one.
That's why I'm
Uh,
telling Oregon, you better be careful.
there
JMU, that's
was,
where the Indiana coach came from. You have to
yeah,
be careful. Don't
yeah,
overestimate.
yeah. There was a couple of bowl games this weekend. Yes, it's already bowl season.
Is that
Yes,
you
I'm
blinging
aware.
over there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So people are, yeah. This that me. Let me shut my messages
I'm
off.
like, dang, I'm here. Dang.
Yeah. Yep.
You
No.
already ordering your
Uh,
DoorDash?
nah. But there was a couple bowl games. One of the bowl games was South Carolina State versus Prairie View A&M in a cricket
Four overtimes?
celebration bowl. Get a load of this.
Four
They
overtimes,
went
right?
they went into 4 different overtimes. 4 different overtimes. South Carolina State won 40 to
44.
50, 40 to 38. My
40,
apologies.
38.
40 to 38. How crazy is that to start off a bowl season?
Funny you brought that up because, as I told you before, I was like, who is watching these games? I just happened to watch a bit of it. Just happened to watch a bit of it. Not knowing this was even going to be brought up because I wasn't planning on talking about Prairie View State or South Carolina State versus Prairie View or whoever they were. But I looked and I said, this game is going into 4 overtimes.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. But it was a good start to the bowl if you were planning on watching that game.
If
And
you
not
were,
thinking
yeah,
you were planning on watching it,
yeah.
turned out to be a pretty good game.
If you were, and this is how I know the bowls are now becoming more and more irrelevant. Typically, I usually get a lot of alerts to start selecting my bowl mania team.
Oh, yeah, I even got
Picks
that.
and stuff. I got none this year. By the way, zero. Not
Are they
even
even
my
doing it
own
this year?
company.
Because I don't
Not
see
even my
commercials either.
Yeah, not even my own company that usually does a lot of that stuff, and they
Yeah.
send us messages. Nothing to hey, get your brackets picked. Nope, they're not doing that this year. I don't think so. I think they went
Wow.
away from it.
That's
Yeah,
funny you brought
another
that
bowl game. Another bowl game that happened over the
Was it a
weekend.
shut-in bowl game or something?
What's the bucketed? What? Buck Up LA Bowl.
Buck Up. Yeah. Buck Up
Buck
Bowl
Up at
in
LA
LA.
Bowl. That was between the Washington Huskies and Boise State Broncos.
Wasn't even
The
close.
Washington Huskies
Wasn't even close.
just absolutely annihilated Boise State.
It was a scrimmage
I'm
game.
talking, it was not even close. Who determined those two was evenly matched to play one another, and
It
why?
went based off the records, and maybe they thought this was a good game on the West Coast to have that Boise team playing Washington. When I saw it, I was like, oh, because Boise, they did beat that was top ranked or was ranked when they came into Boise State and lost.
Is Boise State moving to the Pac-12 next year?
Yes.
So that's probably why they matched them up to start getting a
So
preview of what.
they're going to have Boise
But
State,
Washington's in the
San Diego
Big Ten, though,
State.
right?
Huh?
Washington's in the Big Ten.
Washington's in the Big Ten.
Okay. Yeah. But that game was just absolutely embarrassed. So yeah, whoever put that game, that was just horrible.
That's going to be a few of these games that they put together. I mean, no one's gonna
Yeah.
watch this 5-7 team games against 5-7 versus 6-6. That does.
Well, the fact that you had to be 6-6, you had to have 6 wins to be eligible always. And given that the amount of teams opted out this year, they
Yeah.
had to go out the 5-win
No,
teams
I
to just
understand
transfer
that,
the
but
goal. They lose sponsorship, man, and I think they've already lost a lot of it this year.
I'm telling
Given
you, you're
that
gonna have to
teams
go to
did
those
opt
NIL bowls.
out. But yeah, no,
Shoot,
I just
hey,
think that's
somebody help me
crazy.
out. Let's get that money. Get that NIL bowl up here. Nike NIL bowl. Come on, Phil.
Just start doing stuff, right?
We got Adidas, we got Nike, Columbia. Y'all can have a lot of different bowls. Just call it the
Bring them all to
Northwest Bowl and just throw all y'all money into it.
the Northwest, huh? Let them all play at Oregon.
Microsoft, Boeing, all y'all got that money. Come on, Northwest Bowl. Y'all can put all y'all stuff all around the whole thing. I don't care. Just give me 10%.
All right, I'm checking my list. Did I cover everything?
You sound like
on
Santa
my
Claus
list?
over there. Checking my list. Check it in.
I
We
am.
are. Hey, shout out to my sister, by the way. Her birthday is tomorrow. She old. Younger than me, but oh.
You know, we're 11 days away from Christmas, man. This is
Don't even feel like
you
it, do
know,
it.
and now you're
Just when you said like the bowl games don't feel the same, the Christmas time don't feel the same to me.
this year feels a little bit different, right? I don't know if it's we're not getting the cold weather we usually have
Oh,
because
I'm cool with
usually
that.
we'll associate the weather with the holiday season, right? I don't know. It's not as many advertisements. I don't know what it is,
I ain't
but
bought
it
a
does
gift.
not feel like it has been in the past. It really don't. Um, but it's still the
We
time
have some
of the
games
year.
though this week coming up before we speak again. The playoff games. College playoff
We
games
do.
this weekend.
Yep. There's so
You
Friday
gotta
night.
tell me your picks.
You want to tell me who your picks are?
No, I
Yeah.
just asked you.
Yeah. So we have
I'm going
we
for
have some.
upsets. I'm going JMU over the Sucks. Always.
So hold on. Let's get there. Calm down.
You just asked me.
So Friday night, December 19th, we got one game. Out of all the games, you get one game. And that's Alabama versus Oklahoma Friday night in Norman. 5 p.m. Pacific, actually.
Ooh,
Who you got?
Oklahoma.
Why?
Because Alabama's offense is not going to be very good. Oklahoma has a really good defense ever since their coordinator came to Oregon State. Their offense has not been good. Their offensive coordinator has not been there. And then he took the other guy, the passing coordinator, too, with him. So you can see the difference. I'm surprised they even made the playoffs. If I'm watching what they're doing, you could tell that they're not the same team as they were before he left.
So does Alabama coach leave and take the Michigan job? We didn't talk a lot about that, but
I'm
right
not
now
taking him from Alabama if I'm Michigan.
he's one of the candidates that
No.
that are top of mind for them.
No. Leave him there.
So you're going to
Now
Oklahoma?
he's gonna want to leave because he can't live up to the standards down there in the South.
Yeah. It's big standards.
Yeah.
I'm actually, I'm rooting for Kellen DeBoer. He was Washington coach and coach one of my favorite kids of all time. So definitely
We're gonna
rooting
go
for the
add
guy.
ties into it like that.
I
Still
am
no.
hoping. It is Friday night. Typically, it's upset Friday night for those of you guys
They're the hardest
um,
though.
that are aware. So I'm gonna take number 9 in Alabama against Oklahoma Friday night. Jump into
Come
Saturday.
on, Sooners.
What's that?
He said, "Come on, Sooners."
Yeah. Okay. It's
What
gonna
is
be
a
good
Sooner,
one.
by the way?
I don't know.
Is that
I don't know.
like, hey, you're a Sooner, or am I later?
Yeah. Moving on.
That might be
Moving on.
that's part of my questions. What the hell is a
Um,
Sooner?
Saturday is gonna be packed with college football. Saturday is also my Christmas party, which takes precedent for me over some college football. So I'll be peeping in on scores and stuff.
I'll watch.
Here's who I got. First game of the morning, Texas A&M versus Miami. Who you got
Texas A&M.
and why? Why?
Defense is just gonna rock Miami. You got
So
the Doak Award winner and the linebacker of the year, and Jacob Rodriguez. I just think they got a better defense, and the way that they're playing, I think they could almost make it. I could see them being in the finals.
Mhm. I do think that Texas A&M is going to win that game. I actually think that they do have the pieces to win
Yeah,
it all.
which is crazy.
They are a very scary team. When I look at what Vegas has Texas A&M set to 3.5 points, that tells me Vegas knows something that I am not aware of.
But they're at Texas Tech, right?
They are at Texas A&M.
Oh,
A&M, not.
oh, I thought you said Texas Tech.
No, we're talking Texas A&M. Texas Tech is off this week.
I'm still taking Texas A&M over Miami.
So yeah, I'm staying with Texas A&M, but I do want to take a moment and give a shout out to Miami's Carson Beck. Last year he was a Georgia guy, tore his ACL in the shoulder, I think, in the SEC championship game. Did not get a chance to play in a college football playoffs. Has never been able to play in a college football playoffs. So definitely big shout out for him. Although I'm picking Texas A&M, definitely rooting for the ex-Georgia player. Hopefully he have a really good time, and hopefully Cristobal have that Miami team ready to play. All right, so now so far you have not picked any upsets. We're gonna jump to this one. We're 2 weeks from the removal of Lane Kiffin. Tulane has to travel to Ole Miss, which was also the first game of the year when Ole Miss rocked Tulane like it was no other, which is Tulane's only loss this year. Who you got?
Crazy thing. Ole Miss coach can't coach. Tulane's coach is leaving, but he can coach this game. It's going to be closer than it was the last time because it won by 5 touchdowns. It was by 35 points.
Mhm.
I think Ole Miss still wins, but I think they win between 14 to 17 points.
Vegas currently got the spread at 17.5.
Look at that. Bam.
I'm taking Ole Miss as well. I don't see Tulane having a piece to be able to compete Ole Miss. Coach or no coach, I think where we're going to see the coaches issue with Ole Miss is when they play Georgia in the next round.
I agree.
And then the final game of the night, Oregon. You got to give credit where credit is due. Like not talking from a fan base perspective. And I know you are a diehard Beaver fan, but right now we can't talk from a diehard perspective. But they play James Madison. Who do you have?
I told you I'm picking the upset. I am taking James Madison, the same guru under the guy that went to Indiana, and the recruitment is still the same.
Yep.
I think Oregon is going to underestimate him. I think they almost play the same style of football, honestly. And I think it's going to be a shootout at Autzen. And I'm going to have a lot of upset friends on Sunday morning.
Oregon's favorite, 21.5 points.
They're favored by what?
21.5.
Oh, I'm definitely taking the points on this. I'm taking JMU and the points.
So I do know that there's going to be upsets. I'd be shocked if there's no upsets this year. This one's a dangerous game. I really do think that this one's a dangerous game, but I at the same time I actually think Alabama's going to be the one upset this weekend.
That's the upset. That's the upset.
I think all of the other home teams are going to get it done. Well, they're playing at home, right? So you got the home field advantage.
With Alabama, just to troll y'all.
My biggest fear with Alabama is the weather. You won't be down there because you'll be at my party.
I understand that. I was just joking.
So, my biggest thing with Alabama is the weather. It's going to be very cold in Oklahoma.
I want to go to your party, by the way.
In December. All right, that is a wrap.
Be at my party.
We got 5 minutes left. Well, first of all, before you get into questions, actually, let's go ahead and ask the questions. Then we'll close it out with who you want to cut.
Sooner.
Is that your question?
You said I still don't know. Oh my god. What's the most boring and dumbest sport?
Say that again.
What's the most boring and dumbest sport?
Well, are you talking live or are you talking
What do you mean?
like to be there in person or on TV? Because you can, but because for an example, watching baseball on TV sucks.
Boring.
Being at a baseball game in person,
Boring.
way better. So when you say what's the
Call.
most
Boring.
see?
It is
So
boring.
but it's not dumb.
I know. It's smart to some people, but it's still boring.
I think one of the most dumbest things is pickleball. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. And I probably just made some pickleball people mad that's on this chat. But I just think it's a dumb sport, be honest with you. I said it. I was trying to hold it in, but I said it.
Biking. Like you. Why is that a sport?
I can't say nothing on that one.
Like,
I
could that be mopeding too? Could that be a sport? Why isn't tricycling a sport?
What's the next question?
Unicycling? I'm just asking you a question.
I don't know. Like I don't know. But by the way, a Sooner refers to early settlers who illegally entered and claimed land in Oklahoma.
Dang, and they still kept the name?
That officially started in 1889.
Boomers, Sooner Boomers.
So that's why they're the Oklahoma Sooners.
Wow. Illegally taking over land in Oklahoma.
Yep.
Do you ever talk to yourself?
All the time.
How do you feel about that?
I feel good about it. Because sometimes you got to talk yourself off a ledge sometimes. And I ain't talking about like the suicidal ledge people. I'm just saying in theory, right? Like sometimes you be like, I'm finna mess this dude up. And then you're like, nah, don't do that.
Oh, so good back. You got the devil and the God and the angel on the shoulder.
You got you know how yeah, exactly, right?
It's only in the fight moment. You don't just be in the day be like, man, shit.
Man,
I do all
no.
the time.
Sometimes I
do
go
it so
back
much
to
that I tell myself myself has the best answers.
sometimes I go back to that chick that whooped my ass in karate sometimes and I be like, where's she at? I ain't gonna sit there and lie to y'all, right? Like there's moments that, it does cross my head. I don't care. There's some people I know my pastor say you shouldn't hold grudges, but there are some people in his life.
Oh, it's been 30 years.
I need closure. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I need closure.
Can somebody please find this girl so she can talk to him and say, I am sorry for hurting your feelings for 30 years.
Oh man, gosh, like there are moments that pop up in my head, and
Wow.
my inner self be like, man, I would have kicked her in the face, right? But then I did it. So
She kicked you in your face.
Yeah, exactly.
You retire from judo.
Exactly. It was taekwondo, not judo. Taekwondo, but yeah. Exactly. So, I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh man. If man developed from monkeys, why do we still have monkeys?
To continue to test the craziness of the men.
You really think people develop from a monkey?
No, but I actually think that they test a lot of monkeys because they
They do
say
that.
monkeys as close to humans as possible.
Yeah, but if we're supposedly have developed, then shouldn't all these monkeys start developing? Like, wouldn't they already be human-esque instead of keep coming out as monkeys? That's what the question is basically saying.
First of all, that question need to be tossed.
Dang. Why you throwing out Scientology?
That needs to be tossed. One more.
What's the best part of your day?
You know what? Going to bed.
That's the best part of your day for a person that doesn't barely sleep.
going to bed. Yeah, I'm in bed, but I ain't sleep. But you know what? Some of the best part, like that, is probably the best part of my day, because I'm in the bed, and there's days that I'm actually in the bed before my wife, and I'm
No
in
way.
there. My brain does not turn off,
That's why
and
I
then
don't go
she
to
gets
bed.
in the bed, and within 60 seconds
She's
of
snoring.
her laying her head down, do you not know she over there knocked the hell out? Best part of my day, because I'm like,
Because you just sleep.
because I'm like, it's possible, but also she's asleep, so I ain't gotta worry about her asking me a million and one questions. Oh man, that's my ace, man. She knows she my ace, man. But yeah, nah, best part of my day. I just like, I don't know, like, how you ask, do you talk to yourself? There are moments that I'm always asking myself, like, man, what all I do today, or what could I have done different? So best part of my day is just reflecting on the day, to be honest with you.
Okay. Best part of my day is the morning. Rise and shine.
Because you wake up and say, today's gonna be a good
Wake,
day.
wake and bank.
Wake and
Yeah. That's
oh man.
it's another
All right.
day, another dollar. Who you cutting?
I was gonna ask you that. I'm gonna go and let you do your cuts.
Oh, I'm cutting the referees from the
Go
Detroit
ahead.
Lions game today for
Cut them
bad
up.
calls. I don't know who was watching the game and who said that was a touchdown. And then first of all, a catch. So they catching all the strays all day. I'm sending more strays to all the refs. All the bad calls I'm about to get in the future.
You know what? I actually think people just love the fact that I cut women's basketball every day, every week. And the
You want to
reason
cut them
being
again? High
because
school ones now?
for some reason, people keep sending me messages with all of the women's basketball scores. And
That's
when I see 54-4, yes, I did lose by 50, but we scored 28 points, dang it. They just scored 78, right? However, it's not the gap, but you go 32 minutes of basketball in high
1
school
point a quarter.
basketball, and you score 4 points. Now, I want to call out that when you score, you put the ball in the basket. That equals 2 points, chat, for those of us who don't know sports.
Or 3 or 1.
And they had 4. Their asses is cut. I just can't. They done.
This is high school basketball, by the way.
That don't matter. You got to have a minimum of 10 points to make the non-cut list.
There's a point minimum.
Yeah, there's a point minimum. Yeah,
Wow.
there's a point minimum.
So
I mean,
if you had 10 points and you lost 110 to 10. It's okay.
well, women's basketball is cut anyways in my eyes, but yeah, they're cut.
Oh,
They're cut.
wow. All right,
All right,
y'all. We
people.
appreciate y'all for listening in. Another night.
Hey, we want to thank y'all for listening tonight. Please subscribe and share if you fell in the vibe. Hope our topic of discussion got you thinking right. We do this for y'all every Sunday night.
Hey, thank y'all again. We out.